Today, we're making a perfectly grilled steak sandwich with jalapeno butter, and all I can say is holy fucking shit. So I'm laughing because in a little bit, I'm gonna read some comments that we've gotten recently. And one is so great. It is so great, I cannot believe it. Max is giggling back there. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you, you're about to learn a new expression that I don't know you've heard before. It will change the way you refer to people.
Look how excited he is.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay. Jalapeno butter on an amazingly beautiful ribeye in a sandwich with nothing more than a little mayo and arugula. That's it.
Hold on, my equipment just made some noise. Did you
Okay,
hear that?
all right. Do we have to do this now? You want to do this now?
Who was wrong about the trigger?
Okay, I admit, in the last episode, we did the smoked chicken with the tomatillo infused cheese sauce pasta, which, by the way, was so good. You absolutely should make it. In the middle, we heard these three little beeps.
Who's that? I don't know.
Who knew where they came from? Apparently Max thought he knew, and he said they came from the Traeger, my Traeger smoker. And I said,
I thought it might be the school something. Thought it might be some of Max or Chance's equipment. They say it's not.
I was waiting for it to get to 250, and the beeps went off at 238, somewhere around there. Now apparently, here's the deal. Apparently, the Traeger beeps when a probe is not inserted properly. That's what you told me. I didn't use the probe. There's a probe, I didn't use it, so suck it. This is the time I want that t-shirt that says, "Don't be a dick," and it's coming. You'll be able to wear it around your dick friends or family. Enough of that. Let's make some jalapeno butter because it's so good. We're starting, of course, with a stick of butter. We'll drop this one stick of butter into our bowl, and now we add jalapeno. The question becomes, how spicy do you want it? I'm gonna add it will be about a solid tablespoon of jalapeno. And we wanna cut this super thin. Look, I could be wearing gloves, but I hate the way gloves look. They're just way too medical. So I'm gonna cut these guys super thin, gang them together, cut them in half, and now using my not yet available Sam knife, I will now cut these.
Soon to be available, though.
So now I just want these into tiny little bits. What I don't want is for somebody to bite into a giant piece of jalapeno. And you notice I'm not using the seeds. That makes it hotter. I'm really looking for flavor mostly and a little heat, which I'm definitely gonna get, but I don't need to burn someone's mouth off. I'm trying to make something that everybody will like. The whole family, your friends, your whatever can enjoy. And when you've got what now looks about a solid tablespoon and a half, this will go on with our butter. Next up, cilantro. It's scattered. Cilantro. And I want a couple tablespoons of this. A little more, fine. A little less, fine. You know, this big bunch, once you get it chopped down, is probably going to be pretty close. Boy, I love a sharp knife, Max. See, look. That looked like a lot, but right now it's becoming not a lot. It's becoming about 2 big tablespoons. So this, fine, scoop this up, and it goes. One last thing, big beautiful clove of garlic. Nice. Little pinch of salt, some fresh ground pepper, and we mix. And this works so much better with soft butter, ladies and gentlemen. You can't do it with hard butter. I mean, you can, but it's just gonna be a chore. And you wanna mix well so that the jalapeno gets all the way through this. And when you're done, you know what you've got, Max?
Jalapeno butter.
Yes, you're right. Jalapeno butter, but it's also a compound butter. That's what you've made. By mixing a few things together in the butter, it's a compound butter. So we're gonna use this now, but the rest we're gonna save. You can put it in some saran, roll it up into a tube, fling it in the fridge, and then bring it out for whatever you need. Look, it's gonna stay in your fridge as long as a regular stick of butter is gonna stay in your fridge. If you weren't gonna use it, I'd say within like 2-3 weeks, you could take it and you could freeze it. Oh, and then bring it out. Can you imagine a couple of scrambled eggs with this as your butter rather than regular everyday butter? Or this as your butter on an ear of corn? Or this as your butter on some cornbread? I mean, or this as your butter to saute some chicken? Or this as your butter, or it just goes on and on and on. It's a great thing to have. Oh. It's all so delicious. I just want it now. But we have a steak to cook. You ready?
Ready.
Ready. And here's what we're using. Wait for it. Look it. That is one big ass, beautiful, prime, boneless ribeye. That's gonna make an amazing sandwich, especially with little bites of fat all the way through it. So here's what I wanna do. Just take them right here for a sec. In the smoked chicken on the pasta with the cheese and the tomatillo salsa episode, before I put the chicken in the smoker, I brushed it with oil mixed with soy sauce and then seasoned it. The oil and the soy sauce is a really nice combination. The oil gives the moisture that you want stuff to stick to, as does the soy, but the soy adds that savoriness. Didn't make the chicken taste like soy. It enhanced the flavors of it. I'm gonna do the same thing for this. This is my new thing. My new favorite little thing before I cook a piece of protein on the grill or the smoker, whatever. I'll take a little bowl and in it I'll put some oil, like last time, a little soy like last time. And I'll mix. And then this will get brushed on the steak. Oh,
Wow.
this makes me so happy. How gorgeous is that, right? And now we'll season both sides. So first, with kosher salt, like a generous amount. And I know you're saying, Sam, there's soy on there. Don't worry, there's not too much salt. And then fresh ground black pepper. Flip. So gorgeous, man. I just love the way this looks on here, right? And then the salt. The pepper. Look, it's a thick steak. It can handle a decent amount of seasoning. And then I like to pick it up and just get what's on the paper. And when we're set, off we go to the grill. Before we go any further, Max would like to make a comment. And you don't see him on screen very often, so it must be something.
Hello, everybody. Can you?
God,
Thank you.
sorry.
I just wanted to take a second to address the audio issues. I need your mic up here. I don't wear a mic, that's why my level might be lower. But the bottom line is, I made a mistake, and I wasn't paying close enough attention to the audio levels. They were a little lower than they should have been.
You're talking about last episode.
Last episode and maybe a couple episodes before that too. We have some new audio equipment. I'm not primarily a sound engineer. We have had some amazing people out there writing to give us some advice, and we really appreciate that. And I just wanted to apologize for the problems that you might have been experiencing. It's not going to be happening anymore. I can guarantee that you're probably hearing this very well out of your earbuds, headphones, whatever it is. So
That was very cool of you. You could have shaved for today's
geez.
apology, but
All right, well.
I certainly did. But that's nice. And look, people have taken the time to let us know. I mean, everything. In fact, I have a couple comments to share. Jilly, Still listening to the mixtape. So Jilly sits here and she monitors the audio.
She is 0% responsible for the low audio levels that some of you might have been experiencing. She does, maybe people thought that because she's the one monitoring the audio. She did a great job. It was my fault. I didn't bring the levels high enough.
She's the one with the headphones and the sunglasses.
Oh yeah, she has prescription sunglasses, and we're outside by the way.
Okay, now
but that's why she's wearing them.
I love that you defend. You don't need to.
There's literally sun hitting me in the eye right now.
Everybody stop. The audio was really bad this episode. What's Jilly doing? Playing Pokemon Go? Hey Jilly, put the pipe down and raise the volume. Why is Jilly always so fucking cold? Whoa, Jilly actually did something other than wear sunglasses. Sometimes people are, yo, Jilly, put the blunt down and fix the sound. And the best one of them all, I referenced this earlier. Jilly looks like the slut bong everyone's had a turn. You can't go past that.
And on that note, I'm out.
He's out. We're ready to go, but let me just say something first. If you can hold your hand above the grate, like 3 or 4 inches for more than 3 seconds, it's not hot enough. So let's try it. 1001, 1000, that's all I can do. That's hot enough, and that's what we want. So our steak comes and goes right there. Gorgeous. Now look, you've heard me talk about this before. If it's your first time, there's a little teaching that's going to happen. The way that I like to get a steak perfectly medium rare, all the way through with no gray ring and only a pink center, is by turning it a lot. And for me, a lot is like almost every minute or so. So we're going to give it a minute, then we'll turn it over to the other side. That's important. So it's been almost that now. Shall we? Nice.
Wow.
And look, I'm not guessing when this thing is going to be ready. I'm going to use an instant digital read thermometer. I'm going to pull it at about 125 degrees, let it rest a little bit. It'll go up a few more degrees and it should be beautiful. And after about another minute here, go like that. Just keep turning it, just keep turning it, just keep turning it. No bad will come of this. I promise you.
What do you have to say to the people who say, leave it in place the entire time, Sam? You're crazy.
Look, I know there's people that say, put the steak on, don't touch it, turn it once, don't touch it, and it's perfect. It doesn't work for me. This works for me. Young Chance shooting the steak over there. I like to do that. Well, look, don't take my word for it. We'll let you be the judge when you see me cut into it. If it's all jacked up and shitty, then you don't turn more than once. People will be proven correct. If not, then keep what you're doing and let me do what I'm going to do. Good? Good. I even like to turn it up on its edges to try and get a little bit of the heat working on that fat on the sides. There we go. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. That edge. Basically, I'm saying play with your food. And how long has it been on? 5 minutes? Maybe?
Probably about that, yeah.
Let's check the temperature. We'll go in right here into the side, into the middle. I'm at 91, 90 degrees. So we got, 20, we got 30. Wait, I can do this math. What did I say, 125? We got 35 degrees to go. But the last part goes faster than the first part, so you don't want to leave it, you don't want to walk away. And now, because I can, before I flip it over, I'm going to give it a little jalapeno butter love, like this. Let that sit there for a sec. Oh, the smell coming off that.
Jesus.
Wow. Is that gorgeous or what? And of course, it's going to flame up a bit. And that's all right. Beautiful, beautiful. Look how gorgeous that little pool of melty jalapeno, garlic, cilantro butter is. I don't really want it on top of direct flame, so I'll move it when that starts to happen, but let's check our temperature again. Well, we've gone up 7, 8 degrees, I think. And when it's done, we bring it off, we put a little more jalapeno butter, and we tint it loosely with foil, and we prep our sandwich. I'm gonna take some baby arugula, like this, put it in a bowl, give it a tiny splash of oil, like this, tiny bit, not a lot. Little salt and pepper, a quick mix. You definitely want to do this. Dry arugula blows. Okay, but now the bun. And here's what I'm using. I've got this crispy, gorgeous little roll. I like this side. We cut through. Don't cut our hand open. And do this, right? Now on one side is going more of our butter, more of our gorgeous jalapeno butter. Almost can't have too much. On the other side, for a little moisture, a little bit of mayo, and then this goes face down on the flat top just for a second, just to let that burn in and melt a little bit. The mayo acts like butter when it melts. The jalapeno butter acts like butter when it melts. And what you get is this toasty, gorgeous, amazing smelling, perfect roll. Did the hinge broke and that's okay. And now we can cut our steak. And here, my friends, is our star. A beautiful ribeye. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we cook this just the way we want. So let's have a look at our steak. See,
Oh, wow.
this is what I'm talking about. This is what you get from turning it. It's gorgeous all the way through. Now we'll just cut a bunch of these. And when I cut and I get these little bits of fat in here, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with that. Because what's fat, Max?
Flavor.
Fat
Buy
is-
our t-shirt. Fat means flavor.
Fat means flavor. So we cut. And now we build like this. Arugula. Here. And now the steak here. Oh my freaking God. I just want you to look down on top of this and see how gorgeously juicy that is. But before I have a bite, I just want to show you this piece. Just look at this. Look at the gorgeousness of this. The perfectness for me. If it's not perfect for you, then that's completely understandable. But
I think people usually say that you leave it moving, but I think it's perfect today for everybody.
OMG. Oh my God. Okay. Wait, watch. Here now we just have to put this together. And I don't care what you think about what happened with this mayo. It was absolutely all the right thing.
Wow.
Please can have a bite. 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 I lost some arugula. And I really love the peppery bite of arugula along with this. Fuck.
Just the basics.
This is one of the simplest sandwiches we've ever made. Look, the butter took a little bit. But that was it. What's the hardest part? Turning a steak multiple times so that it stays like this on the inside. It's so like juicy and tender and intentionally buttery and amazing. And look, you could take the roll and you could put the jalapeno butter on it and the mayo on it and not put it on the flat top. But I'm telling you, that would be a sin. Because what happens when the heat hits that butter and the mayo and gets crispy on the edges of the bun and starts to melt those two things into the sides of that? It's life-changing. That's what it is. It's life-changing. And before we leave, let me just address the person that said, every time you show yourself on screen, I'm disgusted. Please just show the food. I don't want to be salivating over some scrumptious meal and then your ugly ass self pops in. Please, just keep yourself as far out of frame as possible.
Fucking douche.
I love these people. Jilly got slammed, I got slammed. It is what it is.
I got slammed for the audio yesterday, so I'm...
You got slammed. The only person not getting slammed is young Chance.
Chance Nation.
He goes Chance Nation. Oh, his day's coming. Trust me, his day's coming.
Vote in the Shorty Awards.
Oh, Shorty Awards. Yeah, vote for us for the Shorty Awards. Links below. We'd love to proudly represent you at the event in May. See ya.